In the fast-paced world of daytime talk shows, The View is no stranger to controversial moments and fiery exchanges. However, during a recent broadcast, the stakes were raised even higher when Greg Gutfeld, the host of Gutfeld, on Fox News, stepped onto the View stage for a heated live segment. What began as a casual discussion quickly turned into a full-fledged verbal showdown when Gutfeld, known for his sharp wit and unapologetic takes, obliterated both the hosts and the audience, most notably Joy Behar, who was caught completely off guard by his direct attacks. The moment has since become a viral sensation, leaving viewers in shock and sparking debates about political correctness, media bias, and the state of modern discourse. So, what exactly went down during this unforgettable episode? Let's break it all down. The setup: Gutfeld's appearance on The View. Greg Gutfeld's appearance on The View was no accident. As a conservative voice in the sea of liberal commentary, Gutfeld has become a figure who regularly challenges mainstream narratives. The hosts of The View are known for their bold opinions, particularly Joy Behar, who often takes aim at conservative viewpoints with strong, sometimes scathing, commentary. It was clear that sparks could fly when Gutfeld joined the panel, but no one could have predicted the intensity that would unfold. The segment began with the usual pleasantries, but things quickly heated up when the conversation turned to political correctness and the increasing tendency of celebrities, politicians, and the media to censor or adjust their language to avoid offending others. Gutfeld, never one to shy away from controversy, made a sharp comment about how modern society's obsession with being woke was stifling free speech. Gutfeld's opening statement: a bold take on censorship. Let's be clear. The obsession with political correctness has become a totalitarian force in this country. People are afraid to speak their minds for fear of being canceled, and it's only getting worse. But what's even more ridiculous is how this entire woke culture is turning into a weapon that only targets one side of the aisle. Gutfeld's words immediately drew audible reactions from the audience. Some nodded in agreement, while others looked visibly uncomfortable. As the discussion continued, Behar fired back, defending the need for certain levels of sensitivity, especially when it comes to issues like race, gender, and personal identity. The tension rises. Behar's attempt to push back. Joy Behar, who is known for her bold and often fiery remarks, tried to steer the conversation in a direction that would allow her to challenge Gutfeld's viewpoint. She argued that sensitivity to social issues was not about censorship, but about making people more aware of how their words and actions affect others. Greg, the problem with your argument is that it's very one-sided. We live in a world where people have been silenced for too long, especially minorities. Political correctness is just about making sure everyone's voice is heard, not about shutting anyone down. Behar's defense of political correctness, however, didn't sit well with Gutfeld, who seized the opportunity to go on the offensive. Gutfeld's epic retort: "You're part of the problem." In a moment that left Behar speechless, Gutfeld leaned into the conversation with a forceful response that tore apart Behar's argument. He pointed out that while political correctness may have started as an attempt to foster inclusivity, it has increasingly been used as a tool for silencing dissenting opinions, particularly those from conservatives or anyone who challenges the prevailing narrative. Joy, with all due respect, you're part of the problem. You're pushing this narrative that if you don't think like everyone else, you're somehow the enemy. That's not inclusivity. That's intimidation. People like you have used this woke culture to label anyone who disagrees with you as racist, sexist, or intolerant. The audience was visibly divided at this point. Some erupted into applause, while others were left in stunned silence. Behar's reaction was priceless, as she struggled to formulate a response. Gutfeld, clearly in control of the moment, didn't give her the chance to recover. The fallout: the audience and co-hosts react. Gutfeld's bold comments immediately set social media ablaze, with both supporters and critics weighing in on the fiery exchange. Many conservative viewers praised Gutfeld for speaking the truth and holding Behar accountable for her views on political correctness. Social media erupted with hashtags like #GutfeldTakesDownBehar and #WokeCultureExposed, with users calling the moment a win for free speech. However, Behar's defenders were quick to criticize Gutfeld, accusing him of misrepresenting her argument and of using the woke issue as a scapegoat for broader political agendas. Some argued that Gutfeld's comments were disrespectful and further divided the political discourse in the country. Meanwhile, the other hosts on The View, though generally more reserved in their responses, couldn't help but acknowledge the tension in the room. Whoopi Goldberg, ever the mediator, tried to steer the conversation back to a more neutral ground, but even she couldn't ignore the weight of the moment. The larger debate, woke culture and free speech. While the clash between Gutfeld and Behar was entertaining, it also highlighted a broader cultural debate that has been gaining momentum in recent years. Is political correctness an effort to promote equality, or is it a tool for censorship? Has woke culture gone too far in silencing voices that challenge mainstream narratives? Is it possible to balance respect for diverse perspectives with a need for open dialogue? These are questions that many are grappling with in today's society, and Gutfeld's blunt commentary has only intensified the discussion. Whether you agree with him or not, the confrontation on The View has forced people to consider where they stand on issues of free speech, political correctness, and social change. Final thoughts. Did Gutfeld cross the line? The explosive moment on The View was a reminder of how polarized and charged our public discourse has become. While Gutfeld's performance in the segment was undoubtedly entertaining, it raised important questions about media influence, free speech, and the role of celebrities and commentators in shaping public opinion. Ultimately, whether you agree with Gutfeld's approach or not, it's clear that his appearance on The View was a major event in the ongoing culture wars, and it's one that will continue to spark conversation for a long time.